Hello, Chelsea fans. Welcome to another episode of the Blue Post podcast. This is just a short video that I wanted to do based since the transfer window just opened. There's been a lot of rumors, a lot of news about player exits and entries, and I just wanted to touch on this one specific matter that I saw that I just hope it doesn't happen, which is Mathys to Chelsea. Apparently, Bayern is in talks with Chelsea, and they would like to swap him for Nkunku, for Christopher Nkunku. I like Christopher Nkunku. My first video actually is about Christopher Nkunku. And honestly, I don't blame the guy for wanting to leave because he's not getting the minutes that he thought he was gonna be getting. And on top of that, he's not being played in the position that he is comfortable playing in. So it's kind of like he's just there for the ride, and which is kind of unfair to him in a way. But at the same time, we just honestly, I would at first I would say that I would like to see him and Palmer share the minutes, but I just some of the games I've seen him play in the 10, I don't see it's not a lot of creativity per se. Like his touches on the ball are great and amazing, don't get me wrong, but I don't see him as like the type to be, creating goals for like a striker or something like that, or provide like the way Palmer and Jackson get along, like they're telepathic. Palmer doesn't even have to look and just lobs the ball over, but Nkunku is more of like ball to the feet guy in the box, just dribble around, beat the defenders, shoot. So yeah, it's probably in the long term, maybe we might look back and regret letting him leave, but at the same time, if we're not going to be using them, there's no point of us having him on the bench. It makes no sense. So it makes sense that he does want to leave, which is absolutely fine. But here is the thing, though. Mathys, I hope I'm saying that wrong. Mathys from Bayern Munich. Um, to be honest, I've not seen any of his live games. I just watched a couple of highlights of him, and he looks like a very solid player. But my thing is, he's 19 years of age, I believe. Yes, he's 19 years of age, and I just don't think that's the profile player that we need right now. At least in this transfer, I think we should be going for a striker, like a well-versed striker, a striker that already's been in the Prem. To be specific, actually, not any, not any like striker from the well. See, I'm very skeptical of the Bundesliga because like I feel like every time that like I've got my hopes up because a Bundesliga player was coming to the Prem or coming to Chelsea to say, I got disappointed in the performances. Not all of them, but I, Timo Werner really left a sour taste in my mouth. So it kind of just screwed a pooch there, right? And in general, Bundesliga players tend to struggle when they do come to the Premier League, though. That is a fact. That is true. They don't they don't tend to hit the ground running as they did back in the Bundesliga because obviously the Prem is way more physical, and the players are much more aggressive than maybe in the other leagues. But we are trying to compete, right? We're trying to compete right now, and we're going to bring in a 19-year-old who has not yet proven anything. I just don't think that's the best idea. We need a striker that is going to compete with Nico. We need somebody that is going to put Nico on notice and be like, "Hey, I'm coming for that spot. If you're not if you're not going to be finishing your dinner, I'm coming for that spot." And so far right now, we don't have anybody like that. I feel like that's also what is not helping Nico Jackson improve as a player because he doesn't have that competition. If you look in most of our positions, we have multiple players playing the same positions. They might not be, all of the same quality, but like let's say left wing, for instance, we have Sancho. We could have Mudrik is, he has his own things going on right now. We have Sancho. We could have Pedro Neto out there. That's two options. Tyreek George, we could also have him out there. On the right side, we have Madueke. We have again Pedro Neto. Um, in the midfield, we have Caicedo. We have Lavia. We have Renato Vega. We have Enzo. We have we even have well he he doesn't really play in the competitive games, but we still do have a quality player in João Felix. Even our center backs, even in the defensive positions where we're not as strong, we have options. Not the best options, but we do have options, right? The only place that we don't have options in is striker. Not to say Mark Gu is not, is not an option, but as of now, it doesn't seem like Enzo Maresca trusts him to play in the big game. So it would make sense to bring in a player that's already well established or a player that's proven something in different league, maybe in a different league. Preferably, me personally, I'd like to see a Premier League striker if there was not Marcus Rashford. No, we're not doing that. We're not a charity case for Man United. We'll take Sancho, yes, we'll take him. Thank you. We're not doing no Rashford. We're not, no. Keep him over there. We're good. But preferably, yes, we would like to bring in a striker that's already proven something. Because at that point, next year when we are in Champions League, I'm not saying if, I'm saying when we are in Champions League, right? We can't not, like the chances that Nico misses now are chances that will definitely, definitely, definitely screw us over in the Champions League against the better oppositions like Madrid, like your Barca's, like your like your Atleticos and whatnot, So we need a striker that's, at least give us 20 goals in all comps, not just Prem, 20 goals in all comps. I know Nico came close to that last year. But we need somebody that keeps him, alert on his toes. Like you can't slack because if you don't score in 2, 3 games, you can be benched for this guy. Right now, yes, he didn't score a couple of games. He got benched and Nkunku came on. No goals from Nkunku. Like he's not in a position. I feel like Nico is not in a position where he feels like his job is in danger right now. Although there is a lot of people talking about him, this Mikel is always criticizing him and whatnot. Yes, he gets a lot of criticism, but like in terms of him feeling on the edge, of safe, like oh yeah, like oh my god, if I don't perform well today, I'm not gonna play, or if I don't perform well these next couple of games, I'm not gonna play. I feel like since that pressure isn't there for him, he's able to get away with performing not badly, but going games, couple of games without no goals or without no involvements or nothing like that. Don't get me wrong, he's a great player, but we just need more. So that's why, me personally, I think we need to be bringing in a striker of a high quality who has shown that he can score goals in different seasons, different leagues, and whatnot. 19-year-old Mathys Tell is not gonna be the answer to us right now. I don't doubt he has talent. I do not doubt that at all. He's probably a great player, but we need somebody who's gonna come and compete, help us compete. We need somebody who's gonna come in and get Nico Jackson on his toes, fired up. We need. I just want to see our team have two strikers who could go at it. Like let's say this Saturday we have a game. We play. Oh well, no, upcoming game against Bournemouth, right? Nico plays and he scores. But then we have another game the following weekend, and then our striker that we've brought in, for some reason, Enzo's like, you know what? I want to try him out first. I want to try him out instead of Nicholas Jackson. He puts him in, he scores. He scores a hat trick, matter of fact. Now Nicholas Jackson, although he had scored the game before, it's like, wow, like okay, this guy's doing good. If I don't perform the next game, I'm probably gonna get benched. That type of competition. We don't have that anymore. It's not there. That's what we're I feel like that's what we're lacking. So my take is Mathys Tell. Mathys tell, we just let's pump the brakes on that. Let's not rush into just acquiring players just because they fit the age and then build a wage structure just to bring them in. No, no, no. Let's look at where we want to be in the future as a club. Let's look at where we're going. Let's see what works already and try and improve on that. Let's just not just add in random pieces and hoping that's gonna fit. Let's bring the pieces that we need. So with that being said, I just don't think we should be going after him. If we do, cool. But hopefully we go for a striker. Even not in January, definitely in the summer. There's no excuses in the summer if we don't go for a striker. And I'm pretty sure most of you guys would agree with me. There's absolutely no excuse. Defense, we'll leave that for another video because a lot of people need to go. A lot of people need to go. But yeah, as for Nkunku, if he stays, great. If he doesn't, it is what it is, man. Because at the end of the day, you got to do what's best for yourself. You got to look out for yourself. And we got to look out, and the managers, the club heads have to look out for the best interest of the club. So, hey, business is business, man. You got to do what you got to do. But let me know what you think. Leave a comment. Please subscribe and like the video for more content. Thank you. Peace out.